So terrorism, as you've been hearing, and of course national security will be a very big issue in the November election, to be sure. The latest polling from Quinnipiac voters shows, or Quinnipiac polls rather, shows voters in 3 key battleground states. Take a look at these numbers. This is Florida, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. And this polling period ended on May the 8th. And it showed that Donald Trump was at 49% ahead in Florida, 48% ahead in Ohio, 47% ahead on this issue by just 1 point in the state of Pennsylvania on who is better at handling terrorism. So let's bring in our guest, Sarah Huckabee, Sanders Senior Advisor for the Trump campaign. Sarah, good morning. Good to have you with us this morning.
Good morning, Martha.
So we showed just a moment ago when I was speaking with Brett Baer the tweet that was sent out by Donald Trump this morning, which said that, you know, he felt that this very much could be a terrorist attack or a terrorist effort that brought down that plane. What do you make of that? Is it wise to sort of put that out there that early in the game?
Look, I think right now the situation we have is obviously a very sad situation, whether it's a terrorist attack or not, but it's a very unfortunate reminder, too, of what's at stake in this election. There's a very clear contrast on the type of strong leader that we would have in Donald Trump and the type of leadership that we would have under President Clinton. The Obama-Clinton foreign policy has been a complete disaster, a complete failure. It's given us things like the Iran deal, the disaster in Benghazi, the growing threat of ISIS. And if we continue down that road, I think we're putting ourselves in greater danger and certainly not in a good place. Our enemies no longer fear us, and they certainly don't fear Hillary Clinton. And I think that Donald Trump is going to be a strong leader and put Americans first and American safety and security first. And that's what people are looking for in this election. All
right. You've seen, obviously, the headline numbers that show Donald Trump slightly ahead in a head-to-head national contest with Hillary Clinton right now. It's still early in the general election game, to be sure, and there are still things to be sorted out on the Democratic side here. But let's put up some more of these polls, which are interesting. The first one that we're going to take a look at, these are all about Hillary Clinton. And look at how the respondents came in. They said 71% said that she would say anything to win this race, and then strong leader, cares about me, reliable leader, all in the 40s. Strong moral values comes in at 40%. Now let's roll over and take a look at these same questions with regard to Donald Trump. Say anything to win, also a very big number, 65%. Strong leader, he gets 59%. And then you go down to strong moral values, and he's down at 37%. What do you think about the fact that voters seem to think that both of these individuals will say anything to win, and that they don't really give them high marks for strong moral values?
Well, I think one of the big things to look at, particularly in light of the current situation, it looks like a lot of the experts are saying it is a terrorist attack, is that Donald Trump is a strong leader. He clears that board far better than Hillary Clinton, and that's what people are looking for. I think that's one of the biggest concerns that people have in this election cycle. It's one of the things that keeps them up at night, is who's going to put Americans first, who's going to secure our country, secure our borders. And when you put that contrast, it's absolutely clear that Donald Trump will win every time. And I think that's why we're seeing a shift move, and he's taken the lead in this first national poll with Fox News, a major shift. I think it's about a 10-point shift since the latest poll from there.
So debates. General debates coming up, right? You have Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, most likely, talking to each other on that stage. She has a lot more experience than he does in terms of the State Department, and I know that you think that you know, she has a bad record in that area. But in terms of his understanding of these issues, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Al-Nusra Front, all of these other organizations, what's going on the ground, what's your sense of what he's doing to be ready for Hillary Clinton on that debate stage?
Well, I think Americans have seen what all of Hillary Clinton's experience has gotten us, and it hasn't been a good thing. They're looking for somebody that can take us in a different direction. They're looking for somebody that's strong, that will put American interests first. And he may not know every in and out, but I think the big thing that he does know is how to protect Americans, how to look out for Americans, and how to make us safer. And that's exactly what he'll do. And that's why I think when you put him on the debate stage, he's going to do a lot better than Hillary Clinton, and a lot better than maybe some of the experts think he will.
I guess my question is, you know, in the past, he has sort of said that he didn't do a whole lot of debate prep, you know, that he went out there and he just talked. And I think there's a good argument that has served him well. But is that the same strategy for the debates against Hillary Clinton?
You know, I think as we move closer to that, that may shift. But the reason that people like Donald Trump is because he isn't somebody who's reading talking points. He's somebody that's going out and talking about things that he knows and believes in and is passionate about. And again, that goes back to taking care of Americans and American interests. Hillary Clinton is a wholly owned subsidiary of the Washington to Wall Street axis of power. Maybe she reads talking points better, but that's not what our country is looking for. That's not what it needs. They need somebody to come in and be a real leader, and Donald Trump is that contrast, and that's why he's doing so well this cycle.
There's this to react to this morning, and hopefully not much more over the summer, but we don't know. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Sarah, thank you so much. Great to see you.